we have an increase of the debt with very high interest rates that do not allow that within our country we can have the necessary resources to invest in these proposals for energy transition and actions for mitigation and adaptation to the climate change. This will not change if we continue with the current financial system, as I have said, which has a colonialist point of view. The financial system, the international financial system that we have today, is one that does not allow justice, social justice, and neither does it allow for climatic justice. In our countries, the basic needs are not satisfied. So and there are lots of needs. We are one of the countries where there are the most inequalities in the planet. Sometimes we have to not invest socially in drinking water, in health, in electricity, and connectivity in order to use these resources from the treasury to pay the external debts, which, as I was telling you, has very high interest rates with respect to countries which do not have the same conditions that we have. In this sense, we have spoken about exchange of debt for climate action with new rules, not the same traditional rules, because this problem, which is not a traditional way of carrying out things, we have to innovate with new actions, new rules. The financial system today does not help us to face the challenges of climate change. It's not a system that was created for us, and it's not a just system for our countries. And in this sense, we have come to present a multilateral agreement because this is already a global crisis that requires a global response. And that means that, as we had done during the pandemic, we can do, or maybe in this multilateral agreement, we can do what was done during the pandemic to issue special rights that can allow the vulnerable countries and the middle-income countries to generate conditions of flexibility in regard to their debts and to free resources to invest in our lands, in our communities, in our nations. Otherwise, it wouldn't be possible to care for this situation. This is a proposal which President Gustavo Petro has presented to the world, and we agree with President Ruto about the need to reform the financial system, the qualifiers of debt increase the crisis because in a catastrophic situation of our country, the risk rating makes it more difficult to access to credit, which allows us to finance these programs. Therefore, we are in a situation of inequality, and which has some effects that are higher than those of other countries that are in better economic conditions. And this implies that we have to think that Latin America and the Caribbean and Africa should unite with one voice and to present in a very specific way what we have been doing to reform the financial system so that our countries we can access to better conditions of social and climatic justice.